there, it's Brent. I hope you're having a great week out there so far. Last week in the newsletter, we talked about how you are not who you think you are. And this week, we're going to go deeper into the subject. We're going to talk all about how your life is really controlled by your beliefs. That's the underpinning, that's underneath everything that we do, our belief system. Most people do not realize that. So I've broken this into a couple of parts. I did a part for you last week. We're doing a part today, and the last part will be in next week's newsletter. So these are very manageable, digestible chunks. And it's important that you start learning this information and letting it sit with you and starting to understand it on a spiritual level, because we want this in your spiritual DNA. This is going to transform your life, but you have to let it, you have to allow it. You have to understand you have all these old belief patterns, all these old thought patterns that created the beliefs that have been inside you since you were just a young child. All right? So remember this, if you remember nothing else. Our entire reality is governed by beliefs, intersecting beliefs. You experience on an individual level what your individual beliefs are. In addition, you experience at a family level what beliefs you hold as a family. You experience as a community or a nation those beliefs. To transform these individual beliefs and these collective beliefs, you as an individual must change your own beliefs first. Your reality is just a projection of your beliefs, and that's a projection of your beliefs as a whole. Your reality is not what's true. It is simply the world inside of you. It's a commonly held belief that people do not change. And guess what? Then they don't. How can people change when the bulk of their beliefs stay the same throughout their entire lifetime? The reason their beliefs stay the same is because they don't have the tools to remove these unsupportive blocks at the subconscious level. So it's simple. Let us stop condemning people for never changing and start teaching them how to shift their beliefs to supportive, creative ones. Now, there's good news here. As hopefully you've realized by now, our beliefs aren't real. They are just a version of the truth, a very small version, one that has been misinterpreted, often from a very young age. Many originated from a state of mind that was disconnected with reality. You weren't mature. You were unsure of yourself. We made up our beliefs. That's what they are. They're just made up stories we tell ourselves. We made those beliefs in that state, one that confused what it was feeling with the truth. Now, this happens so many times when we're younger, just repeatedly over and over. And guess what? That pattern continues into your adult years. Now, our beliefs started out based on something that was untrue or misinterpreted. If we make decisions based on something that was untrue to begin with, guess what? Then we start to create experiences that are untrue for us now. And so it makes sense that so many of us are miserable and find happiness and fulfillment so damn elusive. So many people are living in a life based on these beliefs that were never true to begin with, the beliefs that someone else implanted in you. Parents, teachers, siblings, coaches. It's no wonder the world is in such a crazy place. We are in such disarray right now. So ask yourself, think about this question. How many of my beliefs are true? Count the number of times you or someone you know have at one time believed something to be real, only later you discover the fallacy of it. People bet their entire way of life on such beliefs. We're seeing it right now politically. Now, some classic limiting beliefs we as human beings have believed so deeply in, and therefore we've made decisions because of, right? We've made decisions from that place because we believe so much in these beliefs. Things like the earth is flat, men are superior to women, black people are inferior to white people, smoking is not bad for you, everything that can be invented has already been invented. With war comes peace. A business exists to make money, no matter cost or damage it causes. It's fine to pollute your planet. That's just the cost of progress. Animals are inferior to human beings. It is lucky for all of us that these beliefs did not go unchecked. Or did they? How many of your beliefs are untrue? It's time to find out because they are ruling you. They are controlling you. Your entire life and your present moment and the future you're creating is springing forth from those beliefs. It's impossible to find true happiness when we let our false beliefs create our lives. Now, the more beliefs we have, the harder it is to discover happiness. It's buried. Beliefs want to be validated, and so they create the very experience that they're based on. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because they are based on something unreal, they are leading us away from what is real and away from that which can actually bring happiness. We all think it's out there. It's in the outer world. Happiness is an inner gift you have to give yourself. Fulfillment comes from making decisions based on what is true, what is real, not what is false, not what is made up, not what you want it to be. But you have to understand this. Beliefs are not set in stone. They are just frequencies of energy or thought that have not yet left your body. You hold on to them because at a particular time you decided that these thoughts are actually who you are, and therefore they belong to you. You took ownership of these false thoughts, these false beliefs. You identified with them. And short of having the truth to identify with, you clung to these beliefs as a reference point for yourself and, more importantly, or more terrifyingly, for your reality. The greater the stillness within your thoughts, the easier the subconscious mind can be reprogrammed, throwing out those old beliefs and making room for something so much more productive, with greater possibility, infinite possibility. It is in your subconscious mind that your beliefs are organized, and limiting beliefs can be removed so easily. Now, it's at the heart of all experiences, okay, are the thoughts and the beliefs that you hold about them. The physical reality simply reflects the beliefs that you're holding. Now, be mindful. Many people fall into the trap of holding on to beliefs just to justify the decisions they have made to date, to avoid invalidating their life choices so far. This is your ego, and this is a stubbornness that you cannot afford. Not if achieving fulfillment is important to you, and for the very reason that our beliefs also dictate our health. You have to learn to look at yourself through fresh eyes. That's actually the definition of enlightenment, a mind unconstrained by its belief system. Now, let me say this, the less that you believe, the less that you conceive. Have you ever heard that? You know, like they say, the more you believe, the more you'll achieve, but the less you believe, the less you conceive. The less new supportive beliefs that you let in, the harder it is to experience happiness. This is why the know-it-alls, the people that think they know everything out there, they never want to learn anything new, those are the least happy people. They're stuck in a reality that cannot let in new perspectives. And therefore, they can't let in new experiences. They're living in the past. They're living the same old life that they want so badly to get out of. They are trapped in it. Trapped. Skeptics suffer the most because the less open they are to new things, the less life they're gonna bring in. They're living an illusion. All right? A closed mind is a luxury that we cannot afford anymore. We see what's happening with all of these closed minds. The world is at a tipping point, an inflection point. It's us against them. All of these closed minds. That is what is causing such the problem. It's just a luxury we can no longer afford. We have to make this the time that we understand that underneath all of that self-doubt, there is extraordinary power, extraordinary being. Extraordinary in every way. But the only way of accessing this, right, is to get in touch with yourself, because the only thing blocking you is your doubt that it exists. It's important to find out what beliefs you are holding that are holding you back, because altering those will provide you with a brand new life, a totally new experience of being. Reality shifts in direct proportion to the beliefs that you let go of. To shift a disempowering experience in life It requires simply to shift the beliefs, creating that experience. Reality reflects the belief. Change the belief, and your reality realigns. Now, as we finish up, I want you to contemplate just how different your life would look if you had a totally different set of beliefs. Beliefs that support your life's desires, beliefs that support you in a productive and powerful way. Now, the trick is to realize that even now, as you're listening to this, your beliefs are either pushing you towards success or holding you back from everything you've wanted, holding you back from discovering the truth that your beliefs were simply that, just beliefs. The good news is, if you're able to let that in, you have already taken the first step towards reshaping your life in a positive way. Are you facing toward learning how best to remove your limiting beliefs? Or are you facing away from it? Are you facing toward your true self or away? Are your beliefs supporting your successful endeavors, or are your beliefs sabotaging you and sabotaging your success at each and every level, at each and every opportunity? Be mindful. Your beliefs feel real. They're designed that way, but they are not real, and it takes some self-examination. Now, as you're an adult, when we were kids, we're programmed, but now it's up to us to figure out what that programming is. It's up to us to examine our belief system. What old, rusty, out-of-date programming is controlling us now? Because it is 90% of the day we're on autopilot. And when we are, that old, rusty program is running inside our mind. Why not take a look at it and figure out what it's saying, what it's programming you to do? Because whatever it is doing today is creating your tomorrow. So don't you want to have a hand in that? You're a co-creator. You're a co-manifester of your experience, of your reality, of your life. Don't give that power away. All right? Don't give it away to anyone, to anything, to any higher power. You have immense power in yourself to co-create. So whatever you believe in, whether it's God, the universe, source, it doesn't matter, because 50% of that responsibility is yours. That power is dormant inside you. You have to activate it and start changing your life. Now, next week, I'll be back with the last part of this. I'm going to give you some actionable steps and some tips that you can start doing right away. You guys have been great with writing me and telling me what's going on in your life, and I have responded by video to each and every one of you. And I'm going to do this from now on as long as I can. If you have something that's bothering you or that you want to talk about, feel free to just respond to this email. Let me know what it is. I can give you some advice. All right, I'll do a video for you. But that's why I'm here. I'm here to help. I've been doing this for 30 years all over the world. And now I have the luxury of being able to do a lot of things from home, travel when I want. I'm going on a cruise, performing in a couple of weeks. But now I'm able to give this information back. And that's changed my life. That's changed the life of lives of thousands of people all over the world. And I know can change your life. Nothing to buy, nowhere to go. Everything you need is inside you. You just have to flip that switch. All right. So enjoy the rest of your week. Make it a good one. Do one thing this week that gets you closer to your goals next week. All right. And if you want to, respond to this email and tell me what that's going to be for you. All right. What's the one thing you can do this week to make your life better? What's one little thing you've been waiting and procrastinating on that you can knock off your list? What's that one thing? Think about it. Do it today. Do it this week. It will make life so much easier. Things will start to fall in place. You got to start moving. You can't stand still. All right. Go out and enjoy yourself. You deserve it. And I'll see you back here next Tuesday. All right. Don't worry. Be happy and feel good. I'll see you soon.